Hello, guys. I do really hope that you're doing well. Okay, as you were able to know, the topic of this lesson is the yearbook. And as you know, a yearbook is basically an annual, right? And it has, it's like a new paper. But in this case of the yearbook, you have to put some activities or things that you were doing during the year, okay? So in this picture, you can see there are a lot of students there, and every one of them has a characteristic based on their classmates' opinions, right? So, for example, in the number 5 picture, this girl, it has this description that is most likely to make you laugh, Andrea Harris. And that's the point, guys, of the yearbook, right? Okay, but with this yearbook, we need to use adjectives, right? And in this lesson, we also going to know and learn a little bit about superlative adjectives. And the superlative adjectives expresses the extreme or highest degree of a quality. We use a superlative adjective to describe the extreme quality of one thing in a group of things. In this case, with superlative adjectives, we are talking about 3 or more things, not 2 things. 2 things is used um, with comparative adjectives, right? That we usually add the er um, in the word than in the adjectives, right? But in the superlative adjectives, we use a lot of and different um, words to the adjectives. Here we have an example. We have the adjective big, but in the superlative way is the biggest. Okay, biggest is the superlative adjective of big. And as you can see there are 3 letters that are ABC. And here it showed that A is the biggest, okay? But what about the letter C? Letter C is the smallest, right? So la letra A es la más grande y la letra C es la más pequeña. Este es el punto, chicos, importante sobre los adjetivos superlativos, porque estamos describiendo o expresando la cualidad más grande de una sola cosa entre 3, ¿verdad? Entre 3 o más. Entonces, we have some formations of superlative adjectives or rules, okay? As with comparative adjectives, there are 2 ways to form a superlative adjective. As I said you before, guys, with the comparative adjectives, we use, we add the ER at the end of the adjective, and then we add the word than. In comparison with superlative adjectives, with short adjectives, we add EST, okay? What are the short adjectives? Guys, the short adjectives are the ones that just have 1 syllable. And then we add the EST, okay? With the long adjectives, are the ones that has 3 or more syllables, okay? And with this type of adjectives, we add the word must, okay? We also usually add the at the beginning, okay? For example, the most popular in the class. O, ¿qué puedo decir? María is the most popular of the class. María es la más popular de la clase. Entonces, estamos hablando de una cualidad extremadamente alta dentro de todos sus compañeros, ¿cierto? Entonces, we're gonna do this following exercise. That the instructions are look at the adjectives in exercise 3 and answer the questions. Then read the grammar books. Okay, with the first sentence, we have what letters do we add to a short adjective to make the superlative form? And this answer, guys, is the EST, okay? Why? Because we have short adjectives. And the second one is what word do we use before long adjectives? Before long adjectives, right? We use the word must, okay? What are the long adjectives, guys? Is the ones that have 3 or more syllables, okay? The number 3 is what is the superlative form of good and bad? Guys, as verbs, irregular verbs, we have irregular adjectives, okay? In this case, good and bad are one of them, okay? One of them of these irregular adjectives. We can't say the goodest or the baddest. No, we can't say that. We say, for example, with the adjective good, we say the best. One example of this is you are the best in the world, okay? And with the adjective bad, we say you are the worst, okay? For example, this is the worst photo of me, okay? In the grammar books, we have short adjectives that one syllable or 2 syllables ending in Y. Short adjectives is 1 syllable or 2 syllables ending in Y. We change the Y for the I, okay? And then we have EST as usually, okay? With long adjectives, we usually, as I said before, guys, in the box on the up, is that with long adjectives, we use the word must, okay? For example, she's the most popular girl in the school. And then we have irregular adjectives, as I said before, with the good and bad adjectives, okay? With good is he's the best dancer in the school. And with bad, we have this is the worst photo of me. Here, guys, I present to you some rules with short adjectives, with 1 syllable adjectives, okay? For example, here we have old and fast. And you can see there that just 1 syllable in these adjectives, okay? Then we have 2 syllables adjectives ending in Y. And as I explained to you before, guys, we change the Y for the I, okay? For example, here, happy, happiest, okay? And easy, easiest, okay? And the rule is that we add EST, okay? For example, with old, the oldest, with fast, the fastest, with happy, the happiest, and the easy, the easiest, okay? We have variation, guys. For example, if the adjective ends in E, just add EST, okay? For example, late, the latest, okay? Another variation is that if the adjective ends in consonant, vowel consonant, double last consonant, okay? The big no puede ser the biggest just one G, okay? We need to double that consonant, guys. As this example here, the biggest, okay? Then we have another variation that is if the adjective ends in Y, it's like I said before, guys, we change the Y to I, okay? Another rule is that long adjectives with two-syllable adjectives not ending in Y, for example, modern and pleasant, and all adjectives of 3 or more syllables, we use the word most, okay? The most modern, the most expensive, the most pleasant, the most intellectual, okay? And that's it, guys. That's the point of the superlative adjectives, okay? And here we have irregular forms that are good, bad, little, and with some two-syllable adjectives, we can use EST or the word must. For example, quiet puede ser the quietest or the most quiet. With clever could be the cleverest or the most clever. These are some exceptions, guys. Not all the adjectives need to be in that way, okay? No podemos decir the goodest or the most good, okay? Had to be the best, okay? And guys, here I present to you some examples. Here we have a Toyota, a medium-sized Jeep, and a big Ford. Okay, a superlative is used to show the difference that exists in the group. For example, guys, the Ford is big, so we can say the Ford is the biggest. Because the Toyota is small, we can say the Toyota is the smallest. Now, here I have some audios, guys, and I do really need that you repeat it with me. The nicest, the nicest, the funniest, the funniest, the most popular, and the most relaxed, the most relaxed. Another examples are with sentences. You are the kindest person that I know. You are the kindest person that I know. He is the laziest person in the office. He is the laziest person in the office. She has the most beautiful voice. She has the most beautiful voice. It's the most exciting movie of the year. It's the most exciting movie of the year. And that's it, guys. That's the point of the superlative adjectives. I hope that in this time we clear your doubts, guys. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. And if you heard guys any doubt, please write it down in the space for the questions, okay? So that's it, guys. Thank you so much and take care.